There was once a young man who came to the monastery carrying a question that many people hold deep inside their hearts. He sat before me with tired eyes and said, "Master, I feel like some things in life are simply impossible for me." I looked at him for a moment, not to judge his words, but to understand the weight behind them. Then I asked him gently, "Impossible or unfamiliar?" He seemed confused, so I took him for a walk along a narrow mountain path. The climb was steep, and the stones beneath our feet were uneven. After a short while, he began to feel tired. He stopped and said, "I don't think I can continue." I smiled softly and pointed ahead. Just a little further, the path opened into a wide, beautiful view of the valley below. The same path that felt difficult moments ago had led us to something breathtaking. I told him, "A moment ago this felt impossible. Now it feels meaningful." This is how the mind works. Many things appear impossible not because they truly are, but because we have not yet walked far enough to understand them. When I was younger, I believed that becoming calm and disciplined was beyond my ability. My mind was restless. My thoughts were scattered. Even sitting still for a few minutes felt like a struggle. If someone had told me then that one day I would guide others toward peace, I would have quietly doubted them. But my teacher never asked me to become perfect overnight. He simply asked me to begin. Each day, I sat for a few minutes longer. Each day, I tried again, even when it felt uncomfortable. Slowly, something began to change. Not all at once, not in a dramatic way, but gently, consistently. And that is when I understood something important. What we call impossible is often just something we have not yet practiced enough. The mind creates limits to protect us from discomfort. It tells us to stay where things are familiar, where effort is minimal, where risk feels low. But growth does not live in that space. Growth begins the moment you step beyond what feels easy. There was once a large rock in the monastery garden that needed to be moved. It had been there for years, and everyone believed it was too heavy. One day, a group of us decided to try. At first, it did not move at all, but we did not stop. We adjusted our effort. We worked together, and slowly, almost without noticing, the rock began to shift. It did not move because we were strong at the beginning. It moved because we refused to believe that it could not. In your life, you may have your own rock. A goal that feels too big, a fear that feels too strong, a dream that feels too far away. But remember this: nothing changes if you do not begin. You do not need to remove the entire obstacle at once. You only need to apply small, consistent effort. What seems impossible today, it may become manageable tomorrow, and eventually, it may become something you look back on with quiet pride. Another truth I have learned is that belief grows through action, not before it. Many people wait to feel confident before they begin, but confidence is built by doing, not by waiting. Each small step you take sends a message to your mind that progress is possible, and slowly, that belief becomes stronger than your doubt. So when you feel that something is impossible, do not argue with the thought. Simply take one step forward, then another. Let your actions answer your doubts. Because the limits you feel are not always real. They are often just the edges of your current experience. And once you move beyond them, you will discover that your potential was always greater than you imagined. So walk your path with patience. Work with quiet determination. And remember, nothing is impossible for the one who is willing to begin and continue.